for the very latest.
My pen is the paintbrush, notepad the easel. Been painting with a twist before, sipping with my people. Stacking lines, equal sign, this verse is the prequel to the man you hear before you flowing through your speakers. Therapeutic, these rhymes help me fight my evils. Pop's dead, brother in the hellhole, hot head. Wrote a song about it, like the head go. We are live and live in color, let your paintbrush flow. Now go.
I mean, you know, I think that as far as religion and hip hop, I think it's probably one of the hardest or most difficult things when it comes to lyricism.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because there's a man, bro. Shout out to Eshawn Burgundy, Lecrae, the whole Cross movement, and Reach Records, and the Truth. So many. Triple E. It's so many. It's so many. It's the Christian. I mean, whether you want to call it just hip hop, or you want to call it Christian hip hop, or you want to call it holy hip hop.
Don't forget KB also, man.
KB, you know, these rappers, the way they deliver the message in the Bible, it's crazy. Derek Minor, shout out to Derek Minor.
Oh yeah, Mouthpiece as well.
Mouthpiece. Bizzle.
Yeah, Bizzle.
Swoop. It's incredible. Swoop. It's so many. Like, yeah, I really invite y'all to go and look these guys up, because they're it's crazy. This is crazy. I feel like they have a place here. I really will just think that they need a bigger platform to be on, and I starting next year, I vowed like one, because we're going to be stopping recording probably, like we normally stop recording in November, and we December, we might pick up around late January, maybe February, probably after my, I like to celebrate my birthday, gotta get that out the way.
Got one right there too, man.
Yeah, me and Trent both got birthdays, so we get that out the way, then we get back to work. But I vow to make sure that this channel brings Christian hip hop to the light that it needs to be on. You know what I'm saying? To give them another platform to shine on. Because you talking about lyricism, like, I think Eshawn Burgundy is on the elite. Even Rakim, Raekwon told Eshawn Burgundy, he told him he was going to be one of the best to do it. He told him that. Now here's the thing, Raekwon is 5%er. But when you listen to Eshawn Burgundy, like, it's out of here, bro.
You might have to break that down as far as what 5% of man you're introducing.
I mean, 5% is basically a sector of Islam, another sect of Islam religion. But you know, religion and hip hop has always been here. You know, you got, like I said, Rakim introduced 5% to hip hop. You know, he introduced that. He was the first one I've ever seen to wear the 7 chain, which represents the nation, like the nation of Islam. But once again, it's 5% I've mostly seen wear it. Then you have Public Enemy came in. They came in with the Minister Farrakhan's. They were the first one I heard to use the Minister Farrakhan's voice on a song. When he did Fight the Power, that was Mr. Farrakhan. By the way, Mr. Farrakhan used to be a musician himself. He used to be in the music business himself. But he uses hip hop, to be a conduit for his word. So, but Islam is more of a cooler religion, I guess, because they made it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the coolest rappers came and bought that, but Christian hip hop for me didn't really start shining until about 2000 for me. Now, actually, no, let me take that back. In the mid 90s, because cross movement, another man. Oof. I go, this dude Ambassador in the cross movement. All of them, phenomenal lyricists. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, I please, y'all in the comments, y'all go up and look these dudes up. I'm telling y'all, the cross movement was crazy. I got a hold of that. I was like, yo, like, they were the first ones. They were the first Christian rappers to be on MTV. Their video premiered on MTV. So from there came that. This is just my timeline. I don't know about y'all. Anybody who knows, Christian hip hop, y'all go in the comments and let me know, educate me. But from there, Cross Movement got a label, and they got a distribution deal with Sony. And from there, they bought in, kind of like backdoor-ish, they bought in Reach Records. That's Lecrae, that's Triple E, that's Tadashi. And there's a few other people that's in that. But he bought them in. But that's, to me, that's the way Reach Records came in. But I digress. Why do y'all think they don't shine the way they supposed to, though? Like, what do you think is the problem with Christian hip hop? And because they've been in, now granted, they've been around for a while, but they don't shine like everybody else. Now Lecrae's an exception.
Yeah.
But there's many other rappers that's out there more than Lecrae. Is it the message? Is it y'all tell me what you think it is.
It's not the message, man. It goes also back to, just piggyback a little bit of what you were saying earlier, that with the type of subjects that's in hip hop, it's not hip hop that's like that. It's what the people decide to choose to rap about and introduce into the art form. And it's not in my opinion, it's not the message of why Christian hip hop is not popping like that. It's the times that we in, man. There's so much more confusion introduced into the world, to where it's designed for you not to want to hear it. The more confusion that you have, that's up, and that's that's clouding the airwaves, the less and less that you're hearing you're hearing the one thing that was intended for us, and it was designed by purpose. And I challenge a lot of people to really just sit back and to take a hard look around you to see what is pulling your attention toward whatever it is that you listen to. Like, what is making you gravitate to what it is that you listen to the most, and compared to what it is that's being talked about in Christian hip hop. Shout out to Eshawn Burgundy, because I like Eshawn a lot, most out of a lot of them, because with Eshawn's message, he has stayed really pure as far as about his message, as far as what he talks about in his music. He has not strayed to try to introduce or adapt to new concepts as what's going on out in the world. He's bringing people to core basis as far as what's being taught and what's designed for us to take in as food for us to listen to, which is basically the Most High's word, in my opinion. But I mean, I'm not trying to get into like to like a biased concept or mind frame, because I know a lot of people will want to try to start shutting that out and tuning it out. But I do challenge people to where, like, a message that's talking about certain things, challenge yourself to listen to what is actually pulling you away to certain things. I mean, because confusion is all a part of it. It's by design. It really is by design. And I really think that people need to take a stance to where to think about what's really going on and ask the question as far as like, okay, well, this is drawing my attention here. Well, why is it doing that? More importantly than anything. I just leave it like that.
So what you think? Why you think that it's? Well, I know you alluded to earlier though, like, you know, you think that it won't be. I guess it won't become as big. But what, you know, so can you, I guess, elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I think it's just the numbers game, man. It's unfortunate, but I think they do like a study like every 5 to 10 years, just showing like they're doing like sample polls of how people identify from a religious standpoint, and especially they used Christianity as the baseline. So I think probably like in the 50s, when like my parents were born, a little over like 80% of the country at that time was Christian, right? Currently, right now, we teetering right below 40. So basically, in a little under a century, we've been knocked off half, and that is not slowing down anytime soon. So as we progress, as we matriculate through society in the next 10, 20, 30 years, as people are starting to identify as agnostic, or all the way to the end of atheist or spiritual, where the case may be, then, you know, that the pool that we was working with initially, even like 20, 30 years ago, is small now. So it's going to be very challenging to push that into mainstream when just the Christian people as a whole, it ain't that big. So then you got to think about, okay, then you got to couple that with how do you combat the themes that we're hearing in mainstream currently. It's all pretty much relative. I don't say self-destructive, but majority of it is. So how do you make Christian cool to where it's like, all right, this is the thing to do, and that's gonna be that's a tall task, bro. Because you working it's two things working in tandem together. You got you got people who just like we ain't taking for Christians in general, like Christianity as a religion anymore. Like people ain't going to church like they used to, not committed to the faith, whatever the case may be. So then they're gonna start migrating to other genres of music. And then to couple that, then you got, you know, the algorithm just doing what it's doing. So it's gonna be that's a very tall task and a very hard hill to climb. I don't know the secret sauce to get people to say, you know what, this is what you should be listening to, and make it a vibe. That's the thing. You gotta make Christian music a vibe. You can't approach it in the traditional sense anymore. Because if you try that, you're gonna fail. Like we're in a different era. Like you have to use different angles to get people's attention now, and it's unfortunate, but you know, that's where we're at with it.
Go ahead, Trey.
I was about to say, I want to add one more thing. And it's a good thing that Chuck had brought up the whole fact about agnostic and atheist. I say this is no disrespect to whoever hears this or whatever. Honestly, you can take it how you want to, but no disrespect. It's not coming from out of place, out of anger or hate or anything like that. In this world, I don't think there's a such thing as being an atheist or whatever, or not believing in anything. You believe in something, whether you believe in yourself, whether you believe in a supreme being, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in science. You believe in something. You believe in something. Again, it could be yourself. It could be your computer. It could be your TV. It could be your family. But you believe in something. You don't go into this whole world where you don't believe in nothing. There's something you believe in. You just got to choose what it is.
Right. I mean, that's true. I mean, I think Christian hip hop is in a good place. And I tell you why, because it's a safe place. It's a place where there's no rules to it. Like, when I say that, I mean, well, let me take that back. There's rules to what the message is, but they're not in a situation where they got to worry about being cool anyway. It's like underground rap. Like underground, they're seen but not heard as much. You know, like there's no way for them to fizzle out. So when the world needs Christian hip hop, it's always going to be there. Now, you know, there's a vibe in Christian hip hop. Like we mentioned KB. Woo. KB on some other stuff. The young people now will love KB. Right? You have Andy Mineo. Very talented. You got Canton Jones. Very talented, very like he's one of my favorite artists. Like I've never heard nobody that actually really, really rap. He's a good rapper, but he's an excellent singer. Right? But I asked that question, it's more of a trick question because I don't think that Christian hip hop needs to be cool. It just needs to be heard. Right? It's just something that, because I've heard that, and I've seen it, where there's more and more people. Like, it's funny you say that, Chuck, but I see more and more people going to church more than a lot of times. You know why? Because they lost hope. They need hope. just going back what Trim just said about people needing to believe in something. That's a natural thing for humans to want to do. It's in them that you're going to believe in something. Like you said, it could be your computer, it could be yourself, but you're going to believe in something. But after the pandemic, there was so many people losing. They had no hope. So what do the powers that be do? They flood them with all of the poison. Kill the ops. Kill this person. Have sex with this person. It's like they kicking them while they down. So those who were kind of like, yo, you're not going to, like, I need something to latch on. They're going to church. I've seen churches flood. Like, I see them building up because they need it. But then, if a lot of people found this Christian hip hop, I believe that would give them a different type of hope. It did for me when I got saved, and I went to go see I went to a Kurt Franklin concert, and then I saw the Truth. I'm like, yo, this kid he's nice, and I know hip hop, right? I still know hip hop at this time. I just got saved. No, I was getting saved. I might have been getting saved. I don't know if I got baptized yet, but when I found it, I'm telling y'all, like this is good stuff, man. Like it will really help you out or give you a different perspective on what because a lot of y'all think that gospel rap is going to be corny. That's what y'all think. Hands down, probably better than these rappers. Probably better than your favorite rapper. And they got the hardest task in the world, and that's to stay true to a Bible. Like that's the hardest task. Like like Trim was saying, if you're trying to like Eshawn Burgundy stay true to the core, he ain't going outside of that. But it's so dope. You like, yo, like how he do this?
One thing, man, people keep getting fixated that the Bible was written so many years ago, so many millennia ago or whatever. Like I said before, the thing what makes the Bible relevant is everything that's written in that Bible is living. And what I mean by it's living is that whatever you can read it as many times as you want to. I guarantee you will find something that you can relate to that pulls it into perspective of what you're dealing with in your current life. So it's living because when you read it, you change. It doesn't change. It's fixated or whatever. And it relates to what we go through in our current day. But when you read what's in it, you begin to change and adapt to what it's talking about. So it lives, it changes, and every time you read it, something new is going to come up. But also, I'd like to say as well, man, that back when you were saying, Tino, about when the pandemic was happening off and they was creating all these other things going on, the confusion is by design.
Right. Everything is by design.
It's by design. You got to just sit back, take a step back, and ask why. What's going on? Why is this being said this way or directed this way or something like that? You just got to take it in and find out. If you get down to the root of a lot of different things, you'll start to understand the meaning behind stuff. But just note that anything that's meant to try to grab your attention is by design. You just got to decide how much of attention you want to let it get a hold of you.
Right. But see that's why I'm saying, like, if you out there, like I said, we created a core room to give balance to rap. That's always been our number one goal, to balance this thing out. And Christian hip hop is the balance. Now, if you ain't Christian, that's cool too, because the thing about it is that it's, like I said, it's Islamics, and the whole Wu-Tang is 5%. You got Public Enemy. There's a lot of. That's why I said there's always been. I mean, you got Jay Electronica. There's so many, and I'm sure in different sectors they have their own version of hip hop. But Christian hip hop should be a part of that balance. And listen, I had something else to say, but we out, man. I think we should end it right there. Just saying. Ain't nothing else to say. I had a song of the week. I had all of that, but nah, end it right
word.
there. Yeah, man. Yeah, because I think that if it's the title what I put on there, lyrical spiritual, I think everything we said fits what we said. The other, I think whatever I do after that is just going to be out of whack.
I'm surprised you didn't say lyrical miracle.
Nah, see, nah, because it's lyrical. We talked about lyrics. We talked about Christian hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gave a sermon today. We gave a hip hop sermon today. That's it.
Yeah, we gotta pass off right now.
Yeah, nah, y'all pass some likes. Pass some likes.
Pass the
podcast. Pass the podcast around. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna thank y'all again. I just saw a comment on the Biggie and Mobb Deep joint. I just saw a comment on that. I thank y'all. Yeah, because comments count.
They do.
It count. YouTube send that signal out like, yo, it's a conversation going on over here. You know what I'm saying? I think when we hit them 10,000, I think it was, honestly, when we hit 10,000, I tell Trim, my line, when we hit 10,000, like, that's when everything started picking up. Like, it started picking up. Like, I was like, wow, like, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand the struggle that
you
we've
don't
been
understand.
going through, man.
Not to mention, this is all post fire incident.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what Trim is alluding to. What Trim is alluding to is this. It was unfortunate that we had a lot more views. We could have been at like 30,000 views or something like that. But unfortunately, there was a fire on our YouTube channel. And some videos caught fire.
Oh man, y'all petty.
And
oh man,
we put the fire out, but it was just too late.
Yeah.
It was too late. It was too late. And it was a loss. It was a loss. But what happens in life? Sometimes you take L's.
Hit that reset.
Almost choking. Hey, side note. Hey D, looking for my labels.
Dog. See, listen.
I'm just saying.
Go. Listen. But the next time we on, I'm gonna have me a core room mug. Thing gonna say core room.
Get you a tumbler, bro.
Listen, if everybody can get them a tumbler, if they go to the core room store right now.
Yep.
You get you a tumbler. Just saying. We about to get out. Listen, y'all got anything else to say before we get up out of here?
Man, again, appreciate y'all for having me on. It's great to, put my thoughts out there and on these subject matters. So appreciate it again.
Definitely. Walt, we miss you, bro, man. Definitely. Much love to you, dude. Hope you enjoy your time. One thing, anybody listening to this, the biggest thing for me that I would like people to take out of it is that you us as a people, just people, human beings in general, there's something that you hold on to that is some kind of it's as a form of resilience to whatever it is, as a stressor to you in your life. So, and what we hold on to, we gravitate to where like it, as a form of strength and like foundation. So out of that, we believe in something to help keep us going through. I challenge people to find out what that is that you gravitate to, because that's what you believe in. When things get to where you're almost at your wit's end or whatever, or you're looking for some kind of stability, it's something that you believe in. It's something that you believe into. What is it? Just take note of that,
man. Definitely. And listen, man. Hey, listen, man. If you believe in God, that's fine. You know, if you believe in yourself, hey, you know, that's fine. But guess what? Believe in the courtroom.
Hit the like.
You know, because we are the balance. And this whole thing, we are the balance, man. Believe in the courtroom. I listen, I stand by it. It's my brand. It's the brand. I stand by it. And you should like it. And you should subscribe to it. Because it's the only it's just only right. You know. We are the courtroom. It's enough said. We out of here, man. Y'all take care. God bless. And oh yeah, shout out to Hempstead.